Welcome. I'm just uh, laughing, reading the chat. Thankful to everybody for being here. Uh, if you're new here, please subscribe. It's not every night we do this, but it is every night that we hang out. And if you like watching court or you like hanging out, then you'll like it here. I don't know how to handle the super chats anymore, so you have to forgive me for tonight until I get that sorted out. But I will scroll back and see if I can see who's been sending things. Tin Man first to super chat, thank you so much. And then and I saw, did you talk to YouTube Daddy Tin Man? Because I saw that earlier you complained you couldn't super chat, and then all of a sudden you can. Mikey, the first finger, is that what I heard you say there? And that's your first super on a live stream, it says? Congratulations. Thank you. Popping first everywhere. Harold, thank you for being here. You guys, tell me what you have for dinner. I know we were all just watching a chase mostly, which was quite incredible. Fun chase. Um, but what did everybody have for dinner? I ate while that was on instead of watching my food in front of me when I would normally be eating it. But I like to hear what you guys have had for dinner. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner, and that'll work too. Um, let's see here. I see a lot of familiar faces. Miss Iowa, Backyard Cam. Iowa is very close to 500 too. We should work really hard at getting her up to 500 as well. She's linked on the channel. She has an awesome critter cam and is something that I check in almost every day. I always love it. And there's always critters. I love it. Um, look at you guys. Look, are you talking about my boobs? Look how perky they are. Thank you. You guys are great. You just know exactly the way to my heart. Um, William, yeah, fuck off. We're all happy together tonight. You can just screw off with your misery. Holly will be here soon, to tell you. Seriously though, guys, Streamlabs isn't a mod today. Huh. Oh, see, it's saying things in here, but Streamlabs is saying things. Anyways, Chris, you had a Subway 12-inch ham and cheese. What do you mean mood? That's a mod or a mood. Homemade chili and cornbread from Jim Huntsman. That sounds delicious. Chris, you're in Canada, right? Chris Minshaw. So how much does the 12-inch sub cost you? Like it's expensive. People in the States are gonna freak out when you say the price. Tell us the price of the meal, not just the sub. Tell the meal because we know you got the meal. Gary Skiers, what do you have? Beef and noodle mashed potatoes and green beans and cake. Okay, that is a lot and cool, I guess. I don't know that I would put them all together. Tin Man had pork taco with cilantro. They were awesome. Um, T-Rex, you're a bunch of hippies around here. Oh, you're talking about me. Well, I do live in Hippy Dippy, USA, which is what we call it here. If you're new, I am Canadian. I live in Canada up on the West Coast, which is why it seems late to you if you're from the East Coast, but in fact, it's only 7:27 p.m. here right now. No way, 600. Ooh, it's exciting. I can't even talk. Exciting. Wow. Very exciting. So, like I said, we watch court, we hang out, we talk about food. It's 9:30 p.m. in Iowa's backyard critter cam, but she runs it like all day long. Um, and is worth a check-in. Of course, Credence and Mikey, if you don't know them already from the chase before, that's absolutely a friend of the channel and people that you should be checking out. I hang out there pretty much every single day during the day. Um, the stream isn't telling me and I'm missing a ton of super chats. Well then I'm mad at Streamlabs and I will flip into the YouTube stream chat here in a second and look at it. Um, It's 10:30 p.m., Beverly, back where you are. And what did Beverly have for dinner tonight? Beverly is she's a lovely lady, and she always says hi to everybody. Oh, Carol is campaigning for a fan of the year for Iowa golfer Lisa. So I met Iowa golfer Lisa in Florida on my trip. I have been campaigning to be the international fan of the year who traveled the furthest to the meetup. I believe I'm the only one in the category. And so that is what I've been campaigning for, falling on deaf ears, and I'm winning no awards. But there's, I see one coming through. Um, Mayor says, what did you have against Carol? Miss Carrie, you got a good dick for dinner. Oh, I'm, I'm happy for you, girl. That's awesome. I missed 5 of them? Okay. Well, I don't have a creed. Okay? You understand that? There's just me here. Larry Beaver has not shown back up. I guess he didn't get the memo from YouTube Daddy, just like I didn't get any memo. Oh my gosh. Hold on. How to look. I haven't had to worry about this in a long time. You have to understand. And if that doesn't make sense to you, I used to have a channel. I still have another channel. Oh my gosh. That is, it exists. Oh God, I did. Look at these. Okay. Okay. So thank you to Tin Man again. We're gonna get the oh yeah sound back. We don't have it just yet. Then Credence and Mikey. Mikey, thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me, and I appreciate all of the help that you give. Lots of fledgling YouTubers. Iowa Backyard Cam, Jonathan Hart. You guys, again, my family here. Mayor, yes, monetized again. Miss Melanie Copeland, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. I cannot wait once again for YouTube Daddy to maybe send along your generous donations or part of them to me. And I don't mean that in a mean way, I just mean it in a way. Uh, Please smash the like button. I haven't looked at that yet, but we do call it clocking in for your shift. Oh, so memberships. We're going to start that again tomorrow. I couldn't do it in time for tonight. We'll have to think about that. Maybe we should talk about what you should be called. We used to do kitchen stuff, but I don't know. Accountant of the year sent me $20. You're too nice, Miss Carrie. I love me. Oh, you did, and you said you are amazing. Thank you. You guys are great. You are so sweet. I really appreciate each and every one of you for sticking with me over this past 4 months since we started this channel. All of you are a foundational level here and a main reason why I come back each and every day. I do actually have court that we can watch tonight, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched it yet. My style. And I don't know if it's good. So I am hoping that it works. Um, you know, Mikey, oh, did you hit the Gary button for him? That's nice. Uh, Mikey, next week, sorry, you're having what is it called? Membership. It's triple M. Membership. Oh my gosh. My brain can't do it. Anyways, I think it's a great idea. And I really hope that you do well with it. Carol, you should get your channel going. Quilting and chatting. Would love it. Um, And Sashina as well. I've linked a bunch of channels. And also, we normally do a Follow Friday every second Friday where one of the people from the chats comes on the channel and we talk. And it's not that you have to be a YouTuber. You can just, like, Miss Lisa Figalicious came on recently and we did a fun lyric game. We can't play the music, obviously, a YouTube chatty thing, but we did a sort of guess the song based on the lyrics. Membership marathon. Bye bye. That's it. Anyways, you've never been invited on. I think that's actually a lie, but we'll have to review the records. Carol, I would love to have you on one Friday. That would be great. No, I know he hasn't been on. I believe that I've asked. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I absolutely pitched a show with you and I together, and you said no. But anyways, Carol's dirty, perfect, love it. That fits exactly perfectly here. You spelled it wrong, Carol, but I won't mention it either, and that's fine. Um, yeah, Mikey, you always run your chases on the top of the times. That's right. How do you plan these chases like that? I'm not chase level yet. People sometimes ask me because sometimes you are asleep during chase time. Because I am West Coast, I have that advantage. And but I'm not ready for a chase yet. I'm not there yet. Anyways, seriously, you guys are very sweet. I really, really, really appreciate each and every one of you for being here, liking the video, subscribing if you're not already subscribed. If we're over 600 already, then I guess my dreams are coming true in more ways than one. Um, I had some like wishes before Christmas to achieve, and you guys are making that happen. Each and every one of you individually. Um, the mayor has 400 branches in his collection. We will have to talk about the Mod Madness competition that I've stated we would have once we hit 500 and got remonetized. My boobs are overflowing. Yeah, Miss Carrie, I specifically look for clothing that makes my boobs overflow. That's exact. That's literally what I look for. Grim, no worries. Appreciate. See, listen, you don't have to be live to be part of the family. If you just stop by once in a while and hit the like button or comment, oh my God. Ugh, commenting just. Christmas time. Christmas time is here. Well, I have ADHD and I work on very interesting time schedules, I would say. Um, so like Christmas time is not until 25th to me. Uh, T-Rex, you put decorations on your truck. It looks awesome. Okay. Hanukkah bush time for Courtney. Yes, Courtney. Miss Donna, guess what? Oh no, the weather is nasty in Orlando. Okay. Or she's saying natty, but I think she means nasty. Donna, we got remonetized. We're gonna have the memberships back soon. I haven't done it yet, but we will do it soon. I promise. You're doing a cool Christmas thing that you can't discuss yet. Oh, okay. Um, well, everyone loves a secret. They do indeed. Classified Christmas. Yeah. You're working on classified. Um, I know, broke with the kids for their demands, Miss Carrie. Listen, my daughter absolutely shamed me recently because she asked for something from IKEA, which is why I went to IKEA when I was in Orlando, and yet I did not find that item at IKEA. And then today she threw that in my face. I was like, she's a little brat. She learned just from me. Um, Miss Carrie asks Mikey, does it include us sitting on your lap? I will just say that he did not allow anybody to sit on his lap at the meetup, as far as I can tell. Colin, we will not get you started on IKEA. Um, I don't think Cole's here, so I'll just say at the meetup, I was the one running around dodging. Sure. Anyways, I was around. Did I sign his play? Um, yeah, I was the one running around dodging. You, I asked. Yeah, I did ask to sit on his lap, and he said no. He did. I asked that, and he literally said no. Please stop following me around. Why did you come here? uh, you guys are so funny. Your 5-year-old circled every goddamn thing in the Walmart catalog. First of all, is there an actual Walmart catalog? Is what I would like to know. Second of all, did Mikey apply for the TPO yet? I don't know. I haven't been served. But I'm not in the country, so it's difficult to serve somebody who's not in the country. Um, Also, Donna, thank you. Do you think this matches my eye color? These are? Um, the big D. Oh my God, we can have the big D back. Yes. Oh my gosh, there's so many things that I've been missing. They've sent 3 to the house. Are you kidding? I would love to have a catalog to look at. When I was younger, I used to have catalogs, and then they're like gone. And you did say no signing the boobies. I asked again. Shut down. Just shut down. And I don't know why anybody would be surprised that I asked. But of course, your kids were there, so maybe that makes up for it. There was and Walmart has a small magazine-like catalog, really. So I live in Canada. In Canada, we have the Sears company. Do you have that in the States? Did you? It went away in Canada, but it used to be around. And we also had 2 other companies that were big when I was young and are disappeared now. The first one being oh wait, one of them is still around. The first one being the Eaton's company, Eaton's, and the mall where I lived was called the Eaton Center, right? Um, okay, yeah, so same Sears here, like the blue letters and stuff went bankrupt, yeah. Anyways, so we had the Eaton Center, and like Eaton's was a department store, as far as I can recall. And like it occupied 4 floors of this mall. Anyways, that mall now is called the Bay Center, which is because it is now owned by the Hudson Bay Company, which is HBC, the other sort of big Canadian company. Anyways, they have a big Christmas section and area where kids can go in and see Santa and do all those kinds of things. And is as American, I think, as Canada gets in our malls. Um, Also, they used to have a La Senza. Do you guys have La Senza? It's like a Victoria's Secret, like bra and underwear and lingerie store. I used to spend a lot of money at La Senza. They used to have 5 panties for $25. Which is a pretty good deal. Anyways, the court we're going to go watch today, my friends, is going to be in the city of Lacey, which is in Thurston County, Washington. It is their in custody calendar. So these people have been arrested. And I think that they are going to tell us what they've done, but we'll see. Like I said, I didn't look at it first because, well, that would mean I would have done some work today. Um, No, Licenza. That's exactly how you spell it. Cellulite yoga pants. That's fucking shocking to me. Somebody should look that up. I bet there's hundreds of stores in Canada that are Licenza. It is like the lingerie store. There's Licenza and La Vie en Rose, and that's it. That's all you got. And you could get like Victoria's, like we wanted Victoria's Secret so bad as like when I was younger, like when I would go to the States. Oh my gosh, Victoria's Secret. Oh, and Abercrombie and Fitch. Oh my God, was that the one? And Hollister. I'm just revealing I'm an 88 baby right now. Um, Stop looking at that. Start doing this. Oh, something else that we do around here is a med check. I don't have any meds today. I will have some tomorrow. But if you have your meds that you need to take, please think about taking them. Take them. Just bring them to mind. If you don't take any meds, come on down to the chat and tell us what that's like. Still haven't had anybody do that for real. Y'all take something. Hold on, the audio's Judge.
You're missing them for disorderly conduct. You're gonna take up the Lacey case for.
Thank you, Judge. It's not the right audio. Here we go.
First, didn't appear for a confirmation. We're here on disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, obstructing police officer, and malicious mischief. Based on what has been presented here, looks like he's pleading guilty to the malicious mischief and the disorderly conduct, Ms. Langley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so in an exchange for your plea, the other two cases are going to get dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you understand when you plead guilty, you give up all the rights that are contained in paragraph 5 of the plea form?
Yes, sir.
Maximum you can receive on the malicious mischief is 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And on the disorderly conduct, that's 90 days. Disorderly conduct, that's 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. City's recommending 364 days in jail with 358 suspended, credit for 6 days served. In exchange for a plea, the city's agreeing to dismiss counts 2 and 3, which are the obstructing and the resisting arrest. You understand that?
Yes.
You're also to have no criminal law violations, stay away from Fred Meyer, and good for the next 2 years. You're also required to get a mental health referral and comply with whatever is recommended. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Can you guys explain to me what Fred Meyer is? Again, I'm Canadian and I don't know. So is that a store? Is it a I'm confused. Yeah. What do you think? I'm sure you're not thinking about it, you actually know, but it might be a store, Beverly says. It might be a store. Is this 20 questions? A grocery store, Lisa. Oh my gosh. Okay. It always makes me sad when people are banned from grocery stores. A store with everything. Still a widow, sorry. Streamlabs is the program that I use to stream. It includes a bot that has lots of fun things everybody that watches gets points for watching, and you get to do fun things with those points. We also add commands to the chat. It's actually quite fun. It might be a lot, and sometimes if it gets overwhelming, you can just block Streamlabs if it's too much. But but it's free for everybody. You don't even need to be a member or anything like that. It is absolutely just it's just a fun part of the way that we play and hang out. So there's like gambling, there's all the good stuff. You guys are too funny. Fucking making me laugh. Anyways, so Fred Meyer's a grocery store. Is that what we're sticking with? It's a grocery store. I'm gonna need somebody to go ahead and like translate for me. Find a equivalent store in Canada and tell me what it is. You have Myers in Australia. It's a huge store, sells everything. Morna, you're here from Australia. The future? How is the future? Is it good? I'm feeling like it's going to be good.
Yes, I do.
Do you know how to go about doing that? Getting a mental health evaluation and so forth, either through BHR or some sort of similar agency?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand I'm not required to follow that recommendation?
Yes, I do.
Anybody make any threats or promises other than what's contained in the plea recommendation to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir, they did not.
Paragraph 11 of your plea form says on June 13th, 2023, you were in the Fred Meyer store while in Lacey. You were knocking items off the shelves with a stick, causing damage. And when the police attempted to arrest you, you ran away. Is all that true?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'll accept your pleas, enter findings of guilty on both counts. We'll proceed with sentencing. Mr. Sharp, anything further from the city?
I would ask the court adopt the recommendation as provided. He did serve some time on it. That's appropriate. It was a pretty concerning incident. Primary factors for the city here are the mental health component and restitution. That would be important here as well.
Ms. Langley?
It is an agreed recommendation, Your Honor. I'd ask the court to adopt it.
Dana, you're right. He didn't even steal anything. He was just a fucking dick. Oh my God. Also, I can't wipe the smile off my face. I can't believe I'm actually a little just shook that YouTube Daddy removed the channel. I think there's room in the 700 club. I actually think the 600 club might have been the fastest filling club of the KCC channel so far. But if you're here now and you're in the club, you might be able to be in that one. Anyways. So seriously, I don't think he actually stole anything. Did he literally just knock shit off the shelves? Oh my God. How stupid would you feel if you end up getting charged with that and then have to go to jail or pay for it? Oh. Look, Beverly. I love it, Beverly. Look at this is such an educational channel too. There's Beverly saying there's a Fred Meyer here in Cleveland. Surprised face. Mayor was in the 25 club. Absolutely. There are many of you OGs. I don't forget. No.
Disorderly conduct, that's 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. City's recommending 364 days in jail with 358 suspended, credit for 6 days served. In exchange for a plea, the city's agreeing to dismiss counts 2 and 3, which are the obstructing and the resisting arrest. You understand that?
Yes.
You're also to have no criminal law violations, stay away from Fred Meyer. and good for the next 2 years. You're also required to get a mental health referral and comply with whatever's recommended. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you know how to go about doing that? Getting a mental health evaluation and so forth, either through BHR or some sort of similar agency?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand I'm not required to follow that recommendation?
Yes, sir, I do.
Anybody make any threats or promises other than what's contained in the plea recommendation to get you to plead?
No, sir, they did not.
Paragraph 11 of your plea form says on June 13th, 2023, you were in the Fred Meyer store while in Lacey. You were knocking items off the shelves with a stick, causing damage. And when the police attempted to arrest you, you ran away. Is all that true?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'll accept your pleas, enter findings of guilty on both counts. We'll proceed with sentencing. Mr. Sharp, anything further from the city?
We'd ask the court adopt the recommendation as provided. He did serve some time on it. That's appropriate. It was a pretty concerning incident. Primary factors for the city here are the mental health component and restitution. That would be important here as well.
Ms. Langley?
It is an agreed recommendation, Your Honor. I'd ask the court to adopt it.
Anything you'd like to say before I impose sentence there, Mr. Galloway? Mr. Galloway, you have the right to address the court if you would like. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's up to you. But if you do have anything to say, now would be the time. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Go
you.
ahead.
The last few months, I've had a hard time with dealing with my mental health. I've sought drug treatment on a few different occasions. The most recent occasion being last month. I was just in a treatment program up until 4 days ago, and which I had a relapse since I've been back, in which I've been also going to AA meetings yesterday.
All right.
And it's been an ongoing problem, but I'm doing my best I can to fix it. And I apologize for my actions. Thank you.
Thank you. No, how do you propose going about the mental health evaluation and follow-up? That sounds like a good idea.
I actually
What are
did
your-
that. I actually did that yesterday already. I went to the Lacey Behavior Health Center and sat down and spoke with some counselors and have a meeting already set in place.
How, is there a meeting set now?
Yes, there's a meeting set now, but I don't have my paperwork to give you the exact date.
No, that's fine. How were you arrested? Did you go for, were you arrested there to deal with this, or what happened with that?
No, I had met a lady at AA yesterday. Her name was Miss Denise. And she may be at court there today, and she's a caseworker. And I had been with her all day, and she was taking me to my meetings and taking me as well to get.
Hold on. This is all happening the day before court. He met a church lady? Oh gosh. Jonathan, yay, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for all your lovely gifts. I'm freaking out internally about that. I haven't even really come to terms. YouTube hasn't even emailed me that yet. Like, they didn't even say, like, hey, you good. Oh, man. Anyways, let's just see. Absolutely not. You know me. Practice safe sex. Lots of it.
Get employment, and I didn't have a place to stay last night. She allowed me to sleep in her car in her parking lot. She was double parked, so when the sheriffs came around, they saw the car was double parked and I was sleeping in it, and I had an existing warrant already, and that's how I was taken in.
All right. So on the Lacey case, we'll get to the state case in a minute. On the Lacey case, on the malicious dismissal, it'll be 364 days in jail, a 358 suspended, credit for 6 days served. On the disorderly conduct, 90 days in jail, all suspended for 2 years. Don't have any criminal law violations. Stay away from, was that the Lacey Fred Meyer? I wrote Safeway in here, but that's wrong, isn't it, Mr. Sharp? Or is that?
Right, it's Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer.
Stay away from the Lacey Fred Meyer. And then get a mental health out. It sounds like you're on the right track. You might have some things in place, which is good. And so I'll give you 60 days to get on top of this mental health thing, okay? And get the evaluation. And if you hook up back with that agency or that caseworker, make sure what you do gets sent back to district court. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
It looks like you have some other warrants you need to deal with. Looks like you got a Mason County and an Olympia Municipal. They may be dealing with the Olympia Municipal there, but you need to take care of those warrants. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right.
Your Honor,
That'll
restitution.
Yeah, restitution will be reserved. Sorry.
Thank you.
That's it for today, Mr. Galloway. On this case, now we'll take up the state case. He was here for an arraignment. Probable cause was previously established. What's the intended plea at the moment?
Not guilty, Your Honor. And he spoke with Ms. Capone earlier. She has advised him of his rights.
Okay. So a plea of not guilty will be entered there, Mr. Galloway. I will appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you, telling me, based on what you told me about your current living situation. This is disorderly conduct. Is this a simple or a gross misdemeanor? Anybody know off the top of their head? I can
I believe
look.
it's simple.
Give me just a second here.
Yes, sir.
Simple, Your Honor.
It's a simple misdemeanor which carries with it a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. I'm going to hear from the state on conditions of release, and then I'll hear from the defense. Mr. Rob.
Hold on, Dana. We have to talk about that, what you just said. You know people like this that have chaotic lives. Yeah, you sure do. Me. Oh, have a Also, good night, Bev. Love you. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. You're always here. We love it. But, do you have a bedtime, Dana? Are you telling me that there's like a time you have to go to bed? And you have to do it? Like, even if the part of my brain that was like, Paisley, you should get a good night's sleep tonight. Like, you have to be up tomorrow at 7 and do XYZ. The other part of my brain is like, shut up, asshole. We'll stay up as late as we want. And that's usually the side that wins. So are you telling me, Dana, that you like have a time of bedtime that you as an adult go to normally? Because that honestly doesn't even make a lot of sense to me. Also at 10:30 you turn into a gremlin? 10:30. Holly and you are in bed by 8 and asleep by 9 most nights. That absolutely tracks, William, of what I would think about you and Holly and your bedtime activities. Absolutely. Every night, for sure. I still wake up early sometimes, you guys. Sometimes. Anyways, I'm not trying to sleep shame. Sorry. And let's remember, we don't sleep shame here, but we don't sleep shame, which means y'all can't get mad at me for my lack of sleep habits. Yeah, Loud Elvis, like that's sort of how my life works. I sort of work around what else I want to do. Like if I need to sleep during the day, I'll sleep a little bit during the day. If I need to sleep midstream, I'll sleep midstream. Whatever works.
Robbins.
Your Honor, the state would like to see Mr. Galloway do his mental health treatment and request a PR release. Thank you.
Counsel.
Your Honor, defense is in agreement with a PR release at this time, and I can let you know, as he mentioned, he was at inpatient treatment doing a 30-day program. That is the reason he missed his arraignment. And he also told Ms. Capone that he has already scheduled a quash for the Olympia warrant and is working on the Mason one as well.
Early December. Do you have a place where you can get mail there, Mr. Galloway?
Yes, sir, I do.
Where is that?
6938 Foothill Court.
Great, we got that. How about a cell phone? Do you have a cell phone where we could send text reminders? So you're going to be released on your personal recognizance. Conditions of your continued release, don't have any criminal law violations. Do make all your court dates. And your next court date is going to be December 20th, which is a Wednesday at 10:30 in the morning. Notice will get sent to that address on Foothill Court. You'll also get a text reminder at that phone number you gave me. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
And it'd be great. You have 60 days to do mental health, so we won't be required to have that by then. But it'd be a good idea just to check in, to check out, see where your progress is on that, all right?
Yes.
Sounds like you're taking the right steps to turning things around here, so hopefully you stick with that.
I will. Thank you.
You'll get released here later today. We'll see you back here on December 20th.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
You're
it. Have a good day.
You too.
God bless you.
There's another, you can be taken back there, Mr. Galloway. And then at Nisqually, what's your name? Okay, try it again, please.
Rhonda Muffley.
Bit of an old case. What case are you here for, ma'am? Are you here for a case? Yes. Okay. So.
In court. Who left the phone on in court? Seriously, what is that ringtone? It sounds so old. Also, yeah, did they just say muffly? I think they really did. And yeah, my whoring hours are pretty robust. So.
I think it's you, Ms. Langley. Thank you. Looks like a warrant's been out on this case for probably a while. Couple years. So where are we at with Ms. Muffley here today?
Your Honor, my understanding is that this was a one-year friendship diversion. Ms. Muffley missed her final review on April 19th, 2018. And has not been seen by the court since. Based on Ms. Capone's notes, I believe she was in compliance up to that point and had completed her one-year diversion. She just was not aware of that. Last court date, she was not aware that she had a warrant in this case. There's also a Centralia warrant that she was not aware of. And that's where we're at in this case.
So Mr. Robbins, what's the state's position where we go from here?
State would request that we revoke the diversion and that enter a guilty finding and close, given the age of this case.
What's your position on that course of action?
Your Honor, defense was planning to request that the court find the diversion completed and dismiss the case at this time.
Why was this sent back from Friendship?
As far as I know, it was not sent back. It was the final review.
I know, but
Oh,
Hang on here a second.
and I'm not familiar with the procedures in this court, so.
Okay. So it looks like there was a FTC there to comply. And so, all right, can we? Yeah, post it.
Judge is just going to take his time here and I guess look at this paperwork or whatever. Miss Carey, yeah, I do remember seeing those pictures. Not at all. You know, dealing with your kid's school is difficult sometimes. Anyways, I know. Oh,
Robbins?
I don't, Your Honor. I do note that I don't see any type of treatment or anything in her file, although granted, I mean, it's very old and it's
Right, what-
possible.
What typically happens is this goes to diversion. And then if nothing happens, then that comes back here for final hearing. There's usually some sort of correspondence from diversion that says, yeah, everything's great. I dismissed the case. This case was set for a pre-FTC. Trying to find out when and which tells me, and then if there's some sort of failure to comply, they'll get sent. Give me just a minute. And this is with the daughter. Give me just a second. Do you know if any treatment was completed?
I don't, Your Honor.
I'm asking Ms. Anderson.
Your Honor, I am not aware of any treatment. The notes I have to do with
Okay.
current medical issues, but nothing from during that time.
So in a
period.
diversion final hearing, set for final. So she was supposed to be here for a final hearing. 2018. Yeah, and then on 23rd of April, defendant has failed to comply with the conditions because didn't comply with treatment. And I don't see any proof of any treatment in the file. Hang on a second. Looks like she did so anyway. You mind if I ask her?
No, Your Honor.
So ma'am, what happened with all this? I mean, this was years ago. Started back in 2015, 8 years ago. This was your daughter. The no contact orders were rescinded also years ago. I mean, did you ever do any counseling or treatment or anything like that was required, anger management or what exactly?
I completed treatment, and I just,
Yeah.
I have, at that time, I have really extensive cancer. I got really sick, so I wasn't aware that I had the court date. And so I've just been in and out of the hospital and struggling with that ever since then. And so I would have gotten the warrant quashed immediately had I known. My daughter was 15 years old. She's a grown woman with kids at the
Yeah, no, I know. What, hang on just a second. Do you retain any documentation of any of the stuff you did?
I mean, no, it was a long time ago. I don't have, it was a piggyback diversion to a different case. And so that's why I didn't know I had the court date when I went to have the review for the other one. So I haven't had any issues with drugs or alcohol or the legal system whatsoever since then. And so I don't have any proof of any of that. No, unfortunately. But I haven't, I mean, my criminal history is kind of proof of that. I haven't been in any trouble or.
No, you have, well, you got trouble out of, looks like Centralia Municipal.
Oh, well, that's involved with another case where I'm actually the victim and a couple of aggravated assault charges.
Well, no, and one of them, you're a victim in Marysville Municipal. You're listed as a victim in Spokane Municipal.
Same defendant. So it was
But then you're listed as a defendant though in Centralia Municipal.
yeah, and that's just a misunderstanding. As soon as I can get out of here, I'm going to quash that warrant and then go to speak to the district attorney. I talked to the district attorney in Spokane. They're going to get rid of it all. It's not going to be something that I just wasn't aware all of this was going on. And with my health, it was the farthest thing from my mind. Honestly, I just wasn't, I'll get it taken care of right away.
All right. Well, with regard to this case, here's where we're at here, ma'am. You live in Marysville right now?
No, I live here in Lacey.
Do you have a mailing address here? The mailing address we have for you is Marysville.
No, I do have a mailing address. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's what is that mailing address?
1211 E Street Southeast in Lacey, Washington.
E Street Southeast?
Yeah.
In Lacey?
Mm-hmm.
And then do you have a cell phone we could send text reminders to?
I do. I just don't. Unfortunately, I don't call myself, so I don't have the number at the top of my head. I'm kicking myself for that right now, but
so
I'll be
we're at
there.
here. Here's what, ma'am, your warrant's been out for a long time. You've been out of trouble for a long time.
Hold on. She doesn't know her own phone number? Also, still a widow. Jonathan will send a reminder right now, and I will send you some points later. They are completely arbitrary, so I can send them to whoever I want. Her excuses sound over the top. I don't know. It just seems off to me what she's saying here. I'll send you some too, Miss Carrie. Add both their names, Jonathan. You blanked on your own phone number before, especially when under pressure? I've had the same phone number since I was like 14 years old or 15 years old. I know every phone number that I've ever memorized in my life, I still know. I know my boyfriend from high school's phone number. I know my best friend from high school's phone number. I know all my parents' old phone numbers. I remember my old bank account number. And look, Jonathan's just sent me a message on Discord. Yeah, she must have a phone that she doesn't want to tell. But seriously, like, I remember all of those phone numbers. And definitely my own. Why is that a humble brag? Because I can remember numbers. Well, you guys have pictures in your minds, remember, and I don't have those. But I can keep the numbers in there, apparently.
That was required to be done a long time ago. I'm not going to hold you in either case. And if you think it's realistic, you can get a hold of all that documentation and we could just say the conviction would enter. Nothing would really change other than you would have another conviction for misdemeanor assault. There's no probation, no nothing. This case will just be over. It'll end with a conviction. If you think you can get this stuff and it's worth it to set it over to come back to get it dismissed, then I'll release you and give you an opportunity to do that. But if all that's lost and that's a hopeless errand, then I'll be kind of up. So I'll leave it up to you as to where you want to go from here.
I don't know how I would go about, getting, because it's so old. I could contact the agency where I went and did my treatment, but it's 8 years ago, so there's a pretty good chance that that would be challenging. I'm excited to put it to rest and just kind of move on from it.
Do you have anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have the police reports?
I do, Your Honor.
Have they been submitted? This file is huge. Oh, it's here. All right, so ma'am, based on the police report, you're gonna get released. It'll be a finding of guilty, and that'll be it. This case is over.
Okay, thank you so much.
I mean, yeah, that'll be it. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
You'll
very
get
much.
released here later today
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
and track down the warrants.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it so much.
What's your name? There's someone else at Nisqually? Mr. Sharp, do you know who this is?
I don't think he's responded yet. Maybe Mr. Yule.
Jason Yule.
Okay, we got it. This is Mr. Ewell.
Your Honor, I just emailed 2 forms to the clerk. I just got them and it would slow us down a lot for me to import both. So I hope the court would accept a printout and verbal endorsement.
And I just got to speak to him just before court started. And I think I made an error on the case number on one of the cases. So I'm fixing that right now. And I'll send it to whoever needs it.
Well, I could use it.
Okay. So I'm sending that. Send it.
Next. What's your name up at the Thurston County Correctional Facility with the glasses and the blue there?
Benjamin.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you come on? We'll take that one. We'll come back to Mr. Yule. We'll come back. Stand by for a minute. We'll come back to you in a minute. So, Mr. Taninga, you're here for Mr. Arbin. Mr. Arbin's is the attorney of record. Are you just filling in for him today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so I had saw that he's on a deferred prosecution.
Yes, Your Honor, and he's currently on a no bail hold waiting for a designated crisis responder.
And then, you're asking for a furlough, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on the work of Ms. Atwood and myself, we have found Pathlight Mood and Anxiety Center. It specializes in both dual diagnosis of both mental health and alcohol treatment. Mental health hasn't actually been ordered as a part of the deferred prosecution. However, based on
this guy's haircut, like, why does he have no eyes? I'm serious. Like, what is going on? I know I have to click it because I broke the fucking microphone somehow. Is he from Hogwarts? Oh my god. You guys. Is he a lawyer? Hold on, did I miss that? Is he an actual lawyer?
on the opinion of probation, mental health is definitely what is called for in this circumstance. So we're seeking a furlough in order to first of all have him released and get him back on the mental health treatment that he was on prior to him being taken into custody. Speaking with Miss Atwood, his wife, he's had insurance approved, and he can get started as soon as he is released.
What's the state's position on this request?
State has no objection, Your Honor.
Have you looped probation in on this?
Probation has been updated with the information that he can be seen as soon as he is released, or as soon as available, that insurance is covered. The email that was received as early as this morning was that the agency was looking into insurance, but Miss Atwood has contacted her own insurance, and that her insurance will cover it. He was taken into custody.
I saw that. I'm actually a little bit familiar with this
very
case.
recently.
Yeah, no, I'm
So
familiar.
we've been playing very fast catch up on Mr. Peepgrass case. So if it sounds rushed, I apologize, Your Honor.
No, it's not. I'm familiar with it. And then Ms. Atwood, are you on the Zoom call there?
She was at the last hearing.
He was there. She looks like you were muted, then you came off mute. Okay. Thank you. I saw that on the chat. Are you trying to speak, but we can't hear you for some reason? She connected to audio. All right. You said yes to that. So I'm going to speak to Mr. Taninga a little bit more about this. Is this a inpatient facility?
Yes, Your Honor, it is an inpatient facility. She was able to provide me a schedule here. That provides a full all-day schedule.
Can I see it, please?
I wish to show the prosecution first. My apologies.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you. So what I would like, so we're going to go ahead and grant the furlough. I'm going to tell Mr. How do I say your last name, sir?
Pipgrass.
Mr. Pipgrass, I'm going to want you to check in with probation as soon as you get there. And then Ms. Atwood, maybe you can answer this. Can he be transported, be picked up by someone, maybe you, Ms. Atwood, and then taken straight to the facility? And Ms.
Oh, still a widow. I'm glad that you Googled the Merkin. The mean age of this chat, or did you say, yeah, it's old. I'm the youngest one, and I'm 35. And everybody else seems older. And that's okay. Maybe Courtney's slightly younger than me, like by a couple months, maybe. Courtney, I think you are. But yeah, mentally, we are younger. Mikey, you're 34? Years married? I swear to God, I've heard you say you've been married for 30 plus years. Midwest Girl's 42. Tin Man's 43, 34 and single. Hey. Iowa, 20 years older than me, not the youngest. J-Max 48, 67. Mayor. Oh, Mikey's just joking. Are you joking about being single, or are you joking about being 30? I am, what did I say, 35? That's what I'm sticking with. I'm gonna go with that one. For now.
So you're going to be released on your personal recognizance. Conditions of your continued release: don't have any criminal law violations, do make all your court dates, and you're next court date is going to be December 20th, which is a Wednesday at 10:30 in the morning. Notice will get sent to that address on Foothill Court. You'll also get a text reminder at that phone number you gave me. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
And it'd be great. You have 60 days to do mental health, so we won't be required to have that by then. But it'd be a good idea just to check in, to check out, see where your progress is on that, all right?
Yes.
Sounds like we're taking the right steps to turning things around here, so hopefully you stick with that.
I will. Thank you.
You'll get released here later today. We'll see you back here on December 20th.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
You're
it. Have a good day.
You too.
God
There,
bless you.
there's another, you can be taken back there, Mr. Galloway. And then at Nisqually, what's your name? Okay, try it again, please.
Rhonda Muffley.
Okay, we've already dealt with Miss Lee. We have. Okay. What the- Thank God her name is Muffley. Otherwise, I might not have remembered that. Also, thank you, Orlando Chiquita, Miss Donna. Yay! How's it going with a little pair? It's going fucking incredible, Donna. I got monetized today. So exciting again. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip ahead here. Oh, God. We were past her for shizzle. Were we on him? We were? Let's go here. I'm IBD positive. We were for
And so, Your Honor, I don't believe that's something that Ms. Capone discussed with Mr. Ewell. But I think that the fact that he has been working toward getting to detox is relevant toward any DUI post-conviction probation concerns.
So we're going to come back to that. I'm just wondering, and I'll hear from the state later, but Mr. Ewell, we're going to take care of your cases in Lacey first. On the case ending in 816, you're pleading guilty to 1 count of theft, and the case ending in 790. You're pleading guilty to 1 count of unlawful possession of a controlled substance. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand when you plead guilty, you give up all the rights contained in paragraph 5 in both cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
In the theft case, the maximum you can receive is 364, or the cities recommend 364 days in jail with 360 suspended. Credit for 4 days served. Don't have any criminal law violations. Don't consume any alcohol or have any controlled substances out of valid prescription. Stay out of bars and taverns. Stay out of Rite Aid and get a drug and alcohol evaluation. Comply with whatever is recommended. In the unlawful possession of a controlled substance,
Washington State, Washington.
yeah, don't have any criminal law violations. It also says no contact with Rite Aid. Is that a mistake?
Yes.
Okay.
Colin, it hadn't happened earlier. Don't feel bad. Just happened. Mikey was good luck, and his chase brought the YouTube daddy gods to me as well. Thank you. I am so thankful to be once again part of the Weird Club. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, liking the video, subscribing, and super chatting.
But stay out of bars and taverns. Don't have any controlled substances out of valid prescription. No consumption of alcohol. Get a drug and alcohol evaluation. Comply with whatever is recommended. You understand that also?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not required to follow either one of those conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody make any threats or promises other than what's contained in those plea recommendations to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
In the case ending in 816, paragraph 11 reads, on July 15th, 2023, your friend and you took merchandise from Rite Aid and Lacey and intentionally left without paying. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the case ending in 790, it says on November 15th, you knowingly possessed a controlled substance in the city of Lacey. Is that also true?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the controlled substance?
Fentanyl, Your Honor.
Thank you. You review all this with your attorney there, Ms. Langley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions at all about what's happening?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea on both cases, enter findings of guilty, enter finding the pleas were made knowingly and voluntarily. We'll proceed with sentencing. Mr. Sharp, anything further from the city?
Your Honor, we'd ask that the court adopt the recommendation as provided. This newest case actually kind of made it clear that the theft case was also based on a substance issue. And now being educated in the context of the state's cases from the discussion earlier today, city is even more convinced this is an appropriate resolution. Sounds in the broader context, he may need a higher level of supervision from probation. I'll defer to the court on that as well as the fee.
Ms. Langley?
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask that the court adopt the recommendations. As Mr. Sharp says, it's pretty clear that substance abuse is probably at the bottom of all of his legal problems. And it's important that's what he gets started with.
Mr. Yule, anything you'd like to say about any of this?
I do have a substance problem, and I want to get started on getting it taken care of it. And I've been trying to, I know, but I need to do it, and I'm willing to do it, and I'm ready to do it. And I'm sorry.
All right. Case ending in 816, be 364 days in jail, 360 suspended, credit for 4 days served. $60 probation fee, $43 in court costs. Don't have any criminal law violations. Don't consume any alcohol or have any controlled substances out of valid prescription. Don't refuse a breath test. Stay out of bars and taverns. Stay away.
Stay out of bars and taverns. That is the instruction. Colin, Mikey did have a good one tonight. Honestly, I laugh a lot every day because I watch their channel every day and they literally make me laugh every day. But what we did here tonight was that Mikey might be willing to come on the show. I just have to apparently adjust how I ask, and perhaps he'll join us. I do recall that Mikey was very interested in the music lyric night. So we do have another one of those coming up. Perhaps you could join us then, Mikey. Luckily they didn't include pubs. Aren't you allowed to take kids into pubs? Isn't that the main difference between a pub and a bar? Is it? Wait, can you take kids into pubs? I don't know. It's a little different in Canada. I think the people in the chat are talking about wings, Fluido. More boobs, less background he'll be on. Green screen and a bigger V-neck. I have a green screen. I'm looking at it. I can't figure out how to make it not green. I sound like an idiot, but I'm not. I wish I was kidding. I'm not. And we are doing the Instant Pot cooking. Yes, Tin Man, we are. Actually, we're going to do it tomorrow. We're going to do it tomorrow. We're going to do it tomorrow. No, we can't do it tomorrow. I have to post ingredients first. Come on, think about that. We'll do it on Saturday, and I'll post what we need tomorrow. We'll see that. We'll see that. You had to use a V-neck for him to come on your stream. Well, Colin, I'm just going to say this I met Mikey in person. So I don't think he wore a V-neck. He will obviously, maybe he wasn't trying to impress. Maybe on a special night. What would a special night be, Mikey? Got something in mind? I do.
Away from Rite Aid. Get a drug and alcohol evaluation and comply with whatever's recommended. Do you know how to go about doing that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
What are your plans in that regard?
To immediately go to, I went to, first step last time. I'm just gonna immediately go right back to them.
On the controlled substance, it'll be 90 days in jail, all suspended. For a period of 2 years, I'll waive all financial obligations in this case. Don't have any criminal law violations, stay out of bars and taverns, don't consume any alcohol or have any controlled substance without a valid prescription, don't refuse a breath test, and get a drug and alcohol evaluation, comply with whatever's recommended. So give me just a second. So now I'm going to move on to the state case, which looks to be post disposition. Mr. Robbins, what's the state's position on where we go from here?
Yes, Your Honor, on the DUI, Indian 1085, the state follows probation's recommendation that he remain in custody to complete an in-custody chemical dependency evaluation. State notes that on this probation violation report, Mr. Ewell said that he had was going to start at Southdown Behavioral Health, and then probation tried multiple times to verify this and were unable to.
Ms. Anderson?
Your Honor, on that case, I would ask to have the Office of Public Defense reappointed if necessary and set this over to a probation calendar. At this time, I'm not prepared to address that. I think he would benefit from speaking with an attorney about this case specifically before being ordered into the chemical dependency program.
And then I think they're just looking for an evaluation. Is that right? Right, I have to look.
Yes, Your Honor. For the evaluation, they recommend that that he go directly to an inpatient from there.
Got it. Then he's here on 2 cases.
Yes,
There's
Your
a
Honor.
confirmation on the case ending in 839, and then post disposition on the DUI. So, Mr. Ewell, we're going to take care of the warrants. I'm going to set bail in the amount of 1,000 in the case of the malicious mischief. All prior conditions remain. We'll set it for a pretrial. On the DUI, you're
Still a widow. Thank you so much for being here. I know we go late sometimes. We are West Coast, but I appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of you being here. Is that Eve leaving as well? Colin leaving as well? Thank you guys so much for your support. We're not leaving though. We have to finish this court off. I'm not tired yet. I'm dancing still. I'm like remembering. I got my plans today.
You're going to be held on that case. And then and when you take care, you'll be held, we'll be set this for a pre-FTC. I'll appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent him. They can discuss with him. We can set is Thursday we'll set it for Thursday morning, 2 weeks from today. They can get some sort of plan in place for him. Then we can present that on the court on then. And then the militia dismissal will just track along with this. That'll be considered a pre-trial on November 30th, and trial will go with that.
Understood.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Give me just a minute, Mr. Yule. So we'll see you back here on November 30th. And he still has the attorney, but he needs someone on the predisposition to see if some sort of treatment plan can be put in place. What time did I say on that? The 30th? And no, I didn't say a time. I said 9 a.m. I meant to say 9 a.m. In my mind, I said 9 a.m. That's it for today there, Mr. Yule. You can be taken back.
Your Honor, that's all for Lacey today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. White, who's seated to your right up there?
This is Andrew Clemens, City of Rainier versus Andrew Clemens.
So, this is an arraignment. So your name is Andrew Clemens.
Yes, sir.
You review your legal rights on this sheet of paper and sign the bottom of it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions about any of those rights?
No, sir.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a humble brag, but I live. Oh, well, now I live further from the coast. But before I used to live 5 minutes from the Pacific Ocean. Literally. I guess now it'll be 10 minutes. 10 minutes from the Pacific Ocean. I love the ocean.
And so, Your Honor, I don't believe that's something that Ms. Capone discussed with Mr. Ewell. But I think the fact that he has been working toward getting to detox is relevant toward any DUI post-conviction probation concerns.
So we're going to come back to that. I'm just wondering, and I'll hear from the state later, but Mr. Ewell, we're going to take care of your cases in Lacey first. On the case ending in 816, you're pleading guilty to 1 count of theft, and the case ending in 790. You're pleading guilty to 1 count of unlawful possession of a controlled substance. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand when you plead guilty, you give up all the rights contained in paragraph 5 in both cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
In the theft case, the maximum you can receive is 364, or the cities recommend 364 days in jail with 360 suspended. Credit for 4 days served. Don't have any criminal law violations. Don't consume any alcohol or have any controlled substances out of valid prescription. Stay out of bars and taverns. Stay out of Rite Aid and get a drug and alcohol evaluation. Comply with whatever is recommended. In the unlawful possession of a controlled substance,
Clemens was actually staying with his uncle as sort of.
Thank you, Gary. I don't know how we did that again. Apparently YouTube Daddy doesn't like me very much. I swear to God, I'm fucking ditching it, but it's not working. Well, I skipped ahead to where we were. We'll see what happens. living in Groundhog Day. It's like it just restarts the video over and over again. I will say we did have one time when like my computer's having a creed frame moment. We did have one time when we were watching a divorce case and we watched about a half an hour over where somebody was like, I think we've seen this before, and confirmed we had indeed watched it. It had started over somehow, and because it was going on for so many hours, we didn't notice. This is also a great time to make sure you like the video. I'm afraid to touch the computer, but I'm going to touch it. I'm going to touch it. Don't hear computer when I touch you. But you could like not embarrass me in front of my friend. I don't know what's going on with it, so we'll see. I've been to Chicago, by the way, Illinois. Illinois, is it called? Give me a second. Let's see what we do here. You're from actual Illinois. The corn. There is corn here. Is that what you're saying, Jonathan? What is the difference? Are you saying that it's like where they grow things? What the fuck is going on? 5021. You have corn here too. Guys, we have corn here too. We just buy it in the grocery store. It's not that difficult. You're from Kansas, Gary. Okay, cool. Like I said, I'm from British Columbia, Canada. And the internet here sucks. Yeah.
I may or may
Figured
not
out.
be
Oh,
able
there
to
we
be
go.
accommodated, so we'd ask that perhaps a no contact order not be considered. If it is granted, then we just ask for a civil standby to be part of that no contact order.
So they live in the same place?
Mr. Clemens was actually staying with his uncle as sort of caretaker on a short-term basis, trying to help him with some things around the house, help him with some health issues. They don't necessarily permanently.
You know, I did download this too. Oh, you're in Naperville? I've been to Naperville too, man. That's a nice area. That's where the rich people live. Isn't it? Isn't that right near the lake? I know, Miss Carrie. It did that when I stopped.
They
Oh, hold
reside
on. There we
together.
go.
Mr. Clemens.
The computer fucking hates me. I work this computer harder than some dominatrixes work clients for money. Okay.
Clemens, however, was living with him while he was providing that assistance.
He was doing what? I missed the end of that.
He was residing there while he was assisting his uncle. It's not necessarily his permanent residence.
Close, Miss Carrie. It's too much porn.
There is his
uploaded.
permanent residence. We have an address on Reflection Lane in Rainier. Is that the uncle's place or his? Whose place is it where they were living? Is it the uncle's or his?
That's the uncle's residence.
Okay, and the Reflection Lane is the uncle's also? Is that a yes?
Sure.
Okay. Have you had any input from the uncle? Has any the victim's advocate had any contact?
Yes, Your Honor, the uncle would like him out of the house, but requests that there be no contact order.
Uh,
You know, I guess part of the issue there is that, Mr. Clemens is more than willing to remove himself from the party, Your Honor.
Mr. Clemens is more than yeah, well, here's what's going to happen here today. He's going to be released on his personal recognizance. Conditions of his continued release are: don't have any criminal law violations, don't possess a firearm or other deadly weapon, do make all court dates. And then I kind of leave it to you there, Mr. White, as to when we want to have a court date, because you can be on the private pay calendar, you can be on the public defense calendar, whatever. If you have a date in the next few weeks that work for you, we'll do it that way. Or I can start running some dates by you. I'll be on a Wednesday. You're correct. I was reminded by the clerk. It's
I think any Wednesday afternoon would be sufficient, Your Honor.
we do them in the afternoon.
Or
Well, it's gonna have to be a Wednesday.
Jamie Jones. Thank you so much. It's actually a little surreal to me to think that I have lurkers, but I do, obviously, like I do. And I appreciate each and every one of you that are lurking. But it's just hard to imagine sometimes. Like, it's a very live show. Interact with the audience, let's say. Also, Miss Carrie, this is a very standard Washington condition of release to stay away from taverns and pubs. Is it? No, it's bars or taverns. That's right. I know when I had the date, Jamie. Yeah. You mean you know when I had the date? Ugh. I've had some pretty good dates lately, I'll be honest. Can't lie, can't lie, can't lie. Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes good guys will do that.
Wednesday morning.
I'll defer to the court, Your Honor. I have no preference.
All right. So the next court date then is going to be how's December 6th look? December 6th at 10 a.m. for pretrial. And for the time being, I haven't had any input directly from his uncle, but I'm going to enter a no contact order. And he's not having any, and I'll put some exceptions in there. Did you put the civil standby in there?
I did not, Your Honor.
You can have a civil standby one time to get. Do you have other family members around?
North Carolina or Florida, Your Honor. I have no other family here. I moved out here to help him.
What was alleged to have happened?
They started out in kind of like an oral argument, and then they got into a fight where Mr. Clemens jumped on the uncle. The uncle attempted to push him back, and Mr. Clemens punched him in the face. The uncle showed pretty significant damage to his lip and mouth.
And what do we know what this fight was about?
Something about a cell phone app.
And I'll also include in here, speaking of cell phones, may communicate
His uncle found out that he had a Grinder app on his phone, and that's what he was mad about. What app? I don't understand. Pornhub? Does Pornhub have an app? Mikey, you need a BFF? You do? Yeah, we thought Satan was your BFF. Jamie, yeah. Well, I've been told that I reveal things off my face. Uh, I will say this. I have had subsequent dates with the same person that have been even more amazing and exciting. So, my happiness continues to grow, and I'm sure you'll notice. Honestly, I do have a grin on my face. I love being happy. I love being happy. Did you miss day talk? Jamie was talking about a few dates ago. I don't know. I mean, I kiss and tell when I have permission. But until that point, I don't. I just kiss. I don't tell. Right? Right? Yeah. You have to work. I know. Well, that's why. Do you really need a BFF? I'll be your work BFF. We sort of we have the same boss. I just thought of that. We work at the same place, technically, Mikey. Is it a guy or a girl? It's a guy, but eventually, you know, it'll be lots of fun.
Ironically, the purpose of obtaining your property. Because I don't know if you can get everything. You can have one-time civil standby to get the emergency stuff, but you may or may, I have no idea how much stuff you have there, but at the very least, a cooling off period needs to at least start here. Your next court date will be on December 6th at 10 a.m. You'll get released here later today.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. Okay, so you folks here for?
Tony Harris.
Come on up there. Who's the attorney of record for Mr. Harris? That's the list one now. Did someone withdraw?
It appears so. Here for a while.
Sometimes
So
you
he
don't
originally
want
had
somebody to
Mr.
pull out,
Jenkins, and then he
right?
got a new attorney.
Come on, ma'am.
Doesn't.
Ma'am, I'm making a dirty joke. Sometimes you want somebody to pull out, but then other times you're just no. Can you just be deep inside of me when you do that? Oops.
I may or may not be able to be accommodated, so we'd ask that perhaps a no contact order not be considered. If it is granted, then we just ask for a civil standby to be part of that in contact.
So they live in the same place?
Mr. Clemens was actually staying with his uncle as sort of caretaker on a short-term basis, trying to help him with some things around the house, help him with some health issues. They don't necessarily permanently reside together.
Back in 2019, state does reference something happened in November, well, just a couple days ago on the DWLS in the third. But on the other hand, that's the first thing since 2019. So far as I can tell, you haven't been in any trouble since 2019, other than this recent DWLS. All that stuff's still in place. You still need to do it. So I'm not going to take you into custody, not set bail, but we're going to give you a court hearing out on December 28th, I think, which is a little over a month. So you need to track this stuff down, get yourself an evaluation if you haven't already, and if you've been in some, or if you have, start to follow up with it. So when you come back here on December 28th, you can say, look, here's what I've done. Got myself evaluated. And they may or may not be recommending treatment. I don't know. This is a first DUI of any sort. So I have no idea what, and I don't know how you've been living this last couple of years, but you need to get yourself evaluated still. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You going to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, Ms. Anderson's going to come on up. She's going to give you your court date and we'll take care of the warrant as of now. And do you have a court date on the DWLS in the third coming up? Hang on just a minute, actually. Does anybody have any objection to just arraigning him on the DWLS in the third right now? Looks like you were picked up on that on November 7th and then you posted bail to get out, correct? And then they didn't give you a court date, or they did?
No, it said there'd be one mailed to me.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and care of this now, if you can? Well, maybe we can't because nobody has the police reports, do they? There's a police report here. Well, there's a police report here. Based on the police report, I can find probable cause on that. We can arraign him on that, enter a plea of not guilty, have the infraction track rather than have him send you another court date and you have to come back again. Unless anybody has a huge objection, I would be in favor of taking care of all of this right now.
No objection from the state.
Okay.
No objection from defense.
So we're going to, on that case, then they're not going to send you notice. We're going to take care of that right now. You're charged with one count of DWLS in the third degree. That's a simple misdemeanor, which carries with it a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and a one less in the third degree. That's a simple misdemeanor, which carries with it a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. There's a speeding ticket that'll track along with that. The only conditions there are don't have any criminal law violations, don't drive without license or insurance, and make all your court dates. One thing I will tell you about this DWLS in the third is, do we want to put this on a pretrial?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I give you a JS if you don't?
Yeah, we're going to change that court date. Sorry about that. To one day, it's December 29th. Can we do it on this?
I have to sit down.
Oh, why?
The 20th at 6:30.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just want to say for the record, we are entering a plea of not guilty.
Okay. And yet I will appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you. And we're going to send this on, what did you say?
December 20th.
Okay, don't have any criminal law violations. Don't drive without license or insurance. December 20th at 10:30. Is that what you said? And I'll just do it on this JNS here too. For pretrial on the new case. Thing you need to know, I may as well tell you now, getting caught driving without license or insurance, if you're found guilty of that and in the absence of some sort of resolution, that's a mandatory 30-day violation on the DUI. And you need to speak about that. Speak with your attorney about that. The other case, PR, all prior conditions remain. We'll see you back here on December 20th, right? At 10:30. And that's it for today there, Mr. Harris. Once you get a copy of this stuff, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Actually, I want to double check your mailing address if I haven't done that already, and I don't think I have. Seven Oak Street, Southeast in Lacey. Okay, what's your mailing address these days? You can go ahead. Go ahead. If it's you, go ahead. 813 what?
Prior. Department F and then Frank.
Is that Olympia or Lacey? Lacey? You know the zip code? And then do you have a cell phone where we could send you text reminders? I'll write it.
253 279 4888.
You get all that stuff?
I knew it.
Okay, I knew that. Okay, so his address is 8136 Sweetbriar Lane, F302 253 27. Court date, you're free to go.
Thank you.
You got some stuff to do, so get going on it.
Yes, sir.
What's your name up there at the Thurston County Correctional Facility?
Janelle Thompson.
Did you get a chance to speak with Ms. Thompson there?
Your Honor, Ms. Capone spoke with Ms. Thompson. At this time, we are not stipulating to probable cause, but we would ask for the state to attempt to establish it.
Mr. Robbins, could you raise your right hand? You swear and affirm the information you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
One of the victims is her ex-husband who allowed her to move back into her home, into his home. After 2 days, the ex-husband realized that she'd been stealing from him and he obtained a protection order against her. The defendant then went and got herself a protection order that specified that she was able to live in the house, which caused the ex-husband to be removed from the house. Defendant then used Facebook Marketplace to sell items in the house. This was reported by the mother of the ex-husband. Then from a previous
I have recently heard bad things about Facebook Marketplace, taking advantage of people that don't quite understand how the world works, I guess. I mean, to me, it's so obvious when something is like brand new and like not even a quarter of the price. Like, obviously, it's fake or it's stolen, but I mean, everybody's different. It's worse than Craigslist. I mean, that's saying a lot. That is a lot. Underbelly of the internet. Use dildos with yeast infections. Oh, ew. Please, folks, clean your toys after every joy. Please. Seriously. Seriously. Seriously.
previous call, a civil call, Officer Leishman was able to learn that the defendant had sold a Harley Davidson to another person and provided a bill of sale showing that the motorcycle was hers. The motorcycle actually belonged to the ex-husband. In another previous call, it was reported that a black cargo trailer that was previously on the ex-husband's property was now on another property. The owners of the trailer had loaned it to the ex-husband. One of those owners made contact with the resident at the location. Officer Leachman spoke with the resident who said that he had purchased the trailer from the defendant on Facebook Marketplace and was provided a bill of sale saying that the trailer was hers. During this investigation, Deputy Leachman saw messages that were sent to another person from the defendant. In the message, the defendant stated that she knew the property belonged to her ex-husband, but did not care. This party told Deputy Leachman that he received the message after the defendant had sold him a Chevy 350 LS motor for $750, and that he had also put a down payment on a Camaro for $150. He said that he knew that the Camaro belonged to the ex-husband and that he put the down payment on in the hopes that the defendant wouldn't sell it to anyone else.
Okay, so how many counts? She's here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts.
5 counts, and so therefore the taking the stuff and selling it, and then selling something that wasn't hers, and taking the money from those victims.
May I speak, Your Honor?
What's that?
May I speak?
Not just yet, ma'am. Not just yet. Did you speak with her?
Ms. Capone spoke with her, but I would like to be heard on probable cause.
Okay. Go ahead.
Your Honor, so I believe based on the state's recitation that the 5 counts is 2 counts for the motorcycle, and maybe 2 counts for the cargo trailer, because those have a different alleged owner, and 1 count for the Camaro and Chevy 350 LS motor. With regards to both the motorcycle and the cargo trailer, the reports have conclusory statements as to who the owner is, but does not provide any information about how the officer came to that information. And even in the light most favorable to the prosecution, I don't believe that that is enough. Conclusory statements do not support probable cause. There are the messages that were allegedly sent to Mr. Durand stating that she knew the property belonged to the ex-husband, but it does not specify which property. And so that could apply only to the property, the 1 count, the motor and the Camaro.
Can I say one thing about property?
So there's a couple things here, ma'am. First of all, now's not the time to try the case. You know, there'll be a time for that. And if you want to speak with, I'll give you a chance to go into a breakout room and speak with Ms. Anderson here if you wish to.
Yes,
you want to do that?
Yes, please.
All right. You can go in there.
Your Honor, I do not have the Zoom information for this.
We can send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
I just needed to make a quick statement about the property. None of it is actually in my.
No, I don't want you to, ma'am. I do not want you to do that right now.
And also, it's just not my ex-husband.
Yes, Anderson.
And you're here for Ms. Eason, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You know, that's going to be the last, she's the second to the last person. Ms. Eason will be the last. I have no control over who gets pulled when. So I'm sorry about that. It always seems though, when someone appears, whoever they're here for gets called near the end. So sorry about that.
Not a problem.
So go ahead there. You can be back here within about 5 minutes there, Ms. Anderson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Less than, please, ladies and gentlemen, because there's only 2 minutes left on this video. So if you're going to take much longer than that, we have a problem. We'll see how long it takes to come back. In the meantime, New Year's Eve party, is there a snitch command? Is there one, John? I don't know if there is, but that is a rate. What the fuck is that, Diana Anderson? No, but seriously, rate reminder about New Year's Eve 2023. Would you fuck me? Smash or pass judicial edition, where we will be rating, ranking, and somewhat objectifying judicial officials we are putting on a list. Seriously, I'm trying to compile a top 100 list of judges and judicial officials, people that we see in court, and we will do a New Year's party where we decide if we smash or pass. Now my audio fucked up. See that? He just left. Hold on. No, we're not watching that. No, no, no. Hold on. No. No. I can't talk. It's muted. I get it. I get it that it's muted, unless you can hear me. I don't think you can. You can't hear me. It's frozen. It's frozen. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, I'm just yelling now. Okay, well, on my end, it's frozen. Not frozen on. That is what happened when you can't hear me. Uh, it looks frozen on my end. And I'm moving? Okay, great. Wonderful. Wow. Okay. I'm really glad I didn't start saying things I shouldn't have been saying. Anyways, you guys, I so appreciate that. If that's true, over 50 likes on today's video, that's amazing. You are all so important to me and special, and I really appreciate it. Each and every one of you who sent me a super chat today, but who also stopped by, who put a like on the video, commented later. Perfect. I so appreciate you. It is the foundation that this channel is built on is a wonderful chat family that we have together. Melanie, I bet you did wish that I would have said something crazy, but I didn't. Instead, I'm thinking about the lettuce wraps that I'm gonna have for dinner. Anyways, you guys, please remember that I love you, I am proud of you, and I will see you tomorrow. What could I say? Murder? No. I would never admit to that. I'll never tell. I don't know if I can exit. Honestly, the computer is so frozen, I actually don't know that I can exit. I might have to do like a forced shutdown of the computer because I just tried to exit and it won't. So let's see what happens here. Oh dear. I have to restart my computer afterwards just to make sure that I'm not still alive. I love you guys. I'm sure you can get somebody buy me a new computer, right? I'm literally force quitting this, so it'll end. I love y'all. Yeah, I should make him a mod. I will, Jonathan. Thank you.